Okay, when installing a septic system, the obvious thing to do, the first thing to do is make sure you get your offsites figured out, your utilities, your gas, your electric, your phone, your fiber. I've sat in many OSHA training classes and seen the results of people that didn't call in and get their utilities blue staked. You technically do not have to have a licensed contractor in most counties install a septic system as long as it's not a complicated septic system, and that's the definition that people like to use. Is the septic tank you're using state approved? Not all septic tanks are state approved. I chose to go with a Norwesco plastic tank, 1,500 gallon tank, for a few reasons. Number one, I can move it around myself. My backhoe will easily move it around. We actually lifted that tank with my wife and kids when we first picked it up. That's one of the benefits of the plastic tanks. Normally I would put the tank in place and I would have it prepared to tie into the leach field, but what I'm doing is getting the tank set and level so I know exactly how much grade I have to get to my leach field. So this first video is going to focus on getting the tank set and what's required. Even once I have the soil compacted, I'm going to use the laser level to shoot grade to make sure that I'm not setting that tank on something that's going to twist it and put any unnecessary stress on that tank other than what it's going to have naturally with the dirt weight and the water weight around it. They're very well built tanks, but I'm going to take every precaution I can to make sure this thing lasts longer than I do.
I hear a car horn outside my window. I hear the screen door squeak. My baby walks in, says, "Get up of that pillow." Daylight's burning as we speak. Up, up and away. Let us skip this town. Up, up and away. I can't wait to be sunshine bound. For tickets to Santo Domingo, leaving from Linden.
Before I set the septic tank down in, I pulled the manhole covers off, and there were the 2 sand tees, a couple of bushings, bulkhead bushings, bulkhead fittings, whatever you want to call them, and the instructions were all right there, easy access, and I got those out. Now I'm going to use 4-inch ABS on the one side, so I'll have to use transition glue with this, which is no big deal. On the other side, I'm going to use what's called SDR35. Now in Idaho, they have a different name for SDR35, but it's basically thin PVC, and they have a bushing here that I'll use on the exit side of the tank. Now what I'm going to do is install these sand tees in a way that is directly under the manhole cover, to where I can get easy access to it if they ever need to be cleaned or anything like that. The next step I'm going to take is I'm going to get some of the soft loose dirt, and I'm going to put it around the base of the septic tank, and I'm going to rock the septic tank back and forth, making sure to try and get as much dirt around underneath the ribs. I really want to get as much under the ribs that I can. I'm going to use the native soil. It is loose enough, the topsoil is, and I'm going to make sure I get any rocks out of there so I don't damage the tank in any way. Okay, that's about all I can do today. I'm gonna dig the leach field on Monday and watch the eclipse happen up here at the ranch. I think we're at 92, 96%, something like that. We don't quite get the whole thing, but we get enough for me. I'm gonna dig the leach field on Monday and show you how to get grade doing that. And then I'm also going to get the washed rock in here and get that rock spread and hopefully get this finished up. So I can't do any more until the inspector sees it, as far as the tank is concerned.